I'm here with Christian, and as I can see, he's beaming from ear to ear, as well he might do, because I've got to say, you were one of the few people I spoke to that you was confident before the game. And listen, the way the team performed tonight, outstanding performance, 7-1 away from home, first leg of the last 16 Champions League game. Amazing performance, yeah?
Yeah, crazy, Laurie. No one went into tonight thinking we were going to turn them over like we did. I didn't think the tie would be done going into the second leg. I predicted 3-1. I think a few people on the panel thought that was crazy. I assume people in the comments thought 3-1 was crazy. People said, what's this guy talking about? 7-1, man. No one could have ever seen that coming. But what a performance tonight from the boys. Like, I'm just so glad that we've seen that this team still has it in them to believe that we can still do something this season. I think it would have been so easy for, the league's gone, everything's negative. Players and fans are so much closer nowadays than they've ever been. The negativity surrounding Arsenal the past week, the past 2 weeks, most of this season has actually been so negative. So it's so easy for them to feel what the fans are feeling. So yeah, I'm so glad they went out tonight, showed what they can still do, because there's so much quality in this team, so much quality in the defence, so much quality in the midfield. Ethan Nwaneri is an absolute star. We saw that again tonight. Leandro Trossard on his day, we know he's a quality player. And Mikel Merino, big up front. Like, it was just a good performance all round. So, yeah, big up the team.
Yeah,
7-1.
Very good performance. And, of course, you made some interesting comments during the watch-along that got a lot of people's attention when you said, and I hope you don't mind me repeating it now, you said you think Arsenal do have a realistic chance of winning the Champions League. And it was interesting that when you said it, a lot of people, I was doing the info station, they were coming at you. Some of the words they were using weren't very complimentary towards you. But you know what? Towards the end of the game, scored 7 goals, won the game. There was a lot of people saying, hey, listen, you know what? Christian could be right. So tell the people why you think that.
If you said to me, write down on a piece of paper who's going to win the Champions League, who is my favourite to win the Champions League, it's not Arsenal. It's probably Liverpool, looking at their form this season. Real Madrid, we know the history they have in this competition. I think there are teams better equipped at the moment to go and win the Champions League. But I was just saying that we got a chance. Yeah. I kind of can't believe that I said on stream that we've got a chance after we beat PSV 7-1. Yeah. And everyone laughed. Yeah. We're all Arsenal fans. We're all supporting a team. We all want this team to do well. Yeah. But a fan says that we can do something. And I say that we've got a chance to win a competition that we're in. We're now going to be in the last 8, by the way. There's only 7 other teams that we're going to have to get through. Well, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. There's 3 rounds that we're going to have to get through to win a Champions League. We're not far off it. And people go on, I think people have almost forgotten the team that we've become over the past couple of years. 2 years ago, we came out of nowhere. We got 84 points in the Champions League. We nearly won the league. We pushed Man City all the way. We proved that we're a very, very good, solid team. Last year, 89 points in the Premier League, pushed Man City all the way. We were better than Liverpool last year. 89 points is serious, 1 point off the Invincibles. Some of the players that emerged, like the defence that we have, people say it's, the best defence in Europe. Potentially it is. Martin Odegaard, people call him world class. There's talks about Declan Rice being world class. We know what a player Thomas Partey is on his day. And obviously Bukayo Saka's been out most of this season, but we know how good he is. So I feel like people have genuinely forgotten the team we've become. And people look at us like, oh, Arsenal's some joke team. This ain't a joke team. Saliba and Gabriel, I think, is the best defensive partnership in Europe. We know how good a keeper David Raya is. I think he's up there with probably, the top 3, top 5 in Europe. Declan Rice is a £100 million player. Ain't no joke. Yeah. Odegaard on his... I don't want to repeat myself, but this isn't a joke of a team. And I feel like some of our own fans are starting to, think that we are. And I feel like it's all to do with, Twitter and rivalries and fan banter and all of this stuff. People getting proper piling on Arsenal. Oh, second again. Where are Man United? Arsenal were going for top 4 3 seasons ago and got pipped by Spurs. They became 1 point ahead of us. Look where Spurs are now. Look at the direction they've gone in compared to the direction we've gone in. Cool, we haven't got over the line. But where Arteta has taken us from and where he's taken us to and where we are now is mental. And I know how that felt as an Arsenal fan. I'm 28 years old. I can't remember us winning a major. Last time we won a major was 2004. Got to the Champions League final in 2006. This is the best team I have seen since then. Yeah. Hands down. Cool, we don't have our attackers. We don't have Saka. Martinelli's out. Jesus is out. Havertz is out. But this is still the best team I've seen since 2004. And I don't even remember that because I was so young. So why don't we have a chance? Why not? Why not?
No, listen, you make a good point. And you also made another good point, which is a point that I've also made in previous shows, is that if you look at the way we play, with the control possession and the way we like to play, you would imagine that sometimes it's almost more suited towards Champions League football than it is towards our domestic football with the hustle and bustle of that. And it's also interesting that tonight, actually, PSV had more possession than we did, but we still scored 7 goals. So.
Yeah, we were clinical tonight. And look, people know that we struggle against low blocks. We're not going to come up against a low block in the Champions League. Maybe Atletico, maybe they'll kind of defend against us more. Which is why, if you ask me who do you want, Real Madrid or Atletico, I don't want any. I think they're both going to be ridiculously hard games. Atletico are top of the league. Real Madrid have vulnerabilities. I've seen them get turned over in a final against Barcelona. I think they conceded 5 goals, was it? Not saying we're going to go and turn over Real Madrid, but I think the way they play, if we play our football, I think we've got a chance. I think we can beat any of those teams. If we were to get through that quarter-final, maybe Liverpool in a semi, that's going to be tough. Going away to Anfield, big European night. But they're going to be feeling the same. Coming to the Emirates, big European night. Hopefully Saka's back. Hopefully Martinelli's back. We know Havertz and Jesus aren't going to be back. But this is a serious team, Laurie. Yeah. I think potentially best defence in Europe. We know how good, I don't want to say it over and over again, but I don't want Arsenal fans to forget that and get dragged down by these. Have belief in your team. I think it's okay to believe in your team. People trying to gaslight, oh, you're crazy for saying Arsenal can. Why not, man? I really believe in this team. I believe in this manager. And cool, if we don't do it, if we get knocked out by Real Madrid, I hold my hands up and say, look, I have belief. We tried, we didn't do it. We go again next season. I don't think it's crazy to believe in your team at all.
Not at all. And credit to you. You said before the game you were confident. And yeah, you were right. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. I think it was only yourself and Marty that was really confident. We're going to speak to Marty later, but you two guys nailed it. I just want to say, next week in the return leg, how do you think the manager approaches that game? Because let's be honest, we should be home and hosed, but we're not.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll bring in a few players on the periphery of the team, give them some Champions League minutes? And the reason why I ask that is because you may need to call upon these guys later on in a tournament. So your likes of your Sinchenkos, even your Kiviors, people like that. Sterling, I know he came on tonight for a few minutes, didn't really do much, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, of course you rotate. You probably bring Neto. We've got a 6-goal lead, 7-1. They got to come to the Emirates and win 6-0 to go to extra time. It's more than done. You could probably bring in Neto in goal. You put Ben White at right back. You put Calafiori at centre back. Rest Gabriel. Probably rest Saliba. Bring Kivior in. You can rest the whole team, and it's still done. Yeah. In terms of the next Premier League games we've got coming up, I think we're playing United. We're playing Chelsea. I think those still are important games.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't want to lose momentum. We can't go and draw to United or lose to United and then draw against Chelsea. Keep the momentum going. What we did tonight against PSV, I'm not saying we're going to go and win 7-1, but go and put in a similar performance away at Old Trafford. You know? Keep that confidence up. Say we are still fighting this season. We still believe we can do something this season. And just get people remembering what a team we are. It's including our own fans. Because I really think our own fans have forgotten, because of all the noise and because of the fall off this season in the Premier League, they've forgotten what we can do and forgotten how good this team actually is.
That's a great way in which to end. Thanks, Christian. Well said. Cheers.